came around, you had bar cuts around the claws, and that's when you jumped on the claustrophobic shit.
Yeah, we did 2 projects.
Wait a minute, Nips on the claustrophobic album?
Hell yeah. Smoking that la, man. And that was in what we did that.
Me and Nip redid a Jay-Z record.
Yeah, hard as fuck.
Back then.
Hard as fuck. For real produced it. Right?
Yep.
For real, baby. I did that, but we still took other jack beats and used some people use regular beats too.
We smacked that record. That shit is classic.
How can I come on your face? Don't worry about me. I'm focused. You know the low, keep a gun on his waist. Now hoes wanna chill with the kid, young Cuzzy loco. Attracted to the way that I grind and how I get dough. I hit gates and scramble running from po-po.
Video, you know, this is for sure. KMV video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. KMV video, you know, this is for sure. KMV video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby. For the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole. For the homegirls with the scrap game, little homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf.
I was the founder. I created Conan Pocket in my mother's garage.
I had a lot of, lifting weights, and I was on swole. They start calling me Big Miz.
KMV video, you know, this is for sure. KMV video, open your soul.
This is only the beginning.
Man, somebody walked up to me one day and told me some shit like man, Nipsey always been a hustler, man. One day he sold me a satellite dish and a cable box. I'm like, yeah. He said, the nigga Nip sold him a satellite dish, this Mexican nigga. I'm like, yeah. Nip has some hustles, boy.
Yeah, that nigga gonna sell you something.
He gonna sell you something, boy. I'm like, damn, I ain't never even knew that one.
So you seen Nip in these elite circles, that didn't surprise you?
Nah, it didn't surprise me. Only thing that surprised me is why it took so long, to be honest with you. Because when we was when bro signed this around the time he signed his first deal, I felt like we was at the top right then. But then I knew we was still in the grind though, because I would go into the streets. I was in the streets selling my music at that time, right around the time he signed the deal, and I always had some of his shit with me, and I would always ask people like, you know who Nipsey is? And they wouldn't know, and I would inform them, and I would give them a mixtape or sell them a CD. You know what I'm saying? Like that Bullets Volume 1 and that Bullets Volume 2. I was pushing that shit, you know what I'm saying, while I was pushing my shit. You know what I mean? So I kind of was just always testing the waters and seeing what people knew in the city. You know what I'm saying? But I always felt like it was elite music. You know what I'm saying?
So when you seen him making these relationships with Snoop and Jay-Z and all these multi-millionaires and celebrities, that shit didn't shock you? That this kid I used to steal food out of Buddha Market with is now rubbing shoulders with the elite of hip-hop. That didn't shock you?
Yeah, it did. It was shocking. It was shocking enough. You feel me? But I was kind of like, I always expected it though, you know? And some deep down inside, I kind of like knew bro was gonna do that. But it was at one point, bro had pictures of everybody on his wall, and that's when I knew he had a goal to be like one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right back,
He had that dream.
He had that dream. It was a real like I'm about to be like these dudes. You feel me? I'm gonna be like my favorites.
Nobody said no hoods before Nipsey. Nobody came out and said, even when CJ was rapping, CJ was masking the fact that he was from the hood. CJ put the dice on there with a 6 and with a 1, with a 5 and a 1, and niggas had to do all kind of ingenious ways to let niggas know where they was from. Wasn't nobody coming like Nipsey. And that was the problem they was giving me when I was coming into the industry with Nipsey, was the fact that he's saying 60s. He's basically saying a gang. He's not saying a city. He's not saying this. He's saying a gang. So when Corrupt was doing, you got to remember, Corrupt signed to a blood label, and he rapping with some Long Beach dudes. So he had to be creative with what he was doing, what he was saying. He could just come out and do what Nip could do freely after being signed to your big homeboy, who niggas respected. And guess what? If Nip wouldn't have been signed to me, he wouldn't have been able to be add 6-0 this, 6-0 that, 6-0 this, they'd have changed it.
So, you know, when me and Kev Mac first bumped into Nip, Nip was super cocky already and hadn't sold one CD. Was he super cocky like that when you first bumped into him?
I wouldn't say he was cocky, he was confident.
Confident.
Yeah, he was confident.
Did you see his confidence rise over time, or it was there from the gate?
It was there from the gate. He just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just always good. Like, when it comes to rapping, like, he really was talented. You know, he spent so much time in his books and reading and just writing that every time I look at bro, he always is on it. You know what I'm saying? He always trying to better himself. So it's like one of those type of things where it's like, if this nigga playing work, if this nigga's playing work, it's gonna work big because he's so focused. You know what I'm saying? He was so focused. Like, you could just learn how to be focused just by being around him. Like, he was always in the books. He was always writing raps, always reading. You know what I'm saying?
And didn't let the next man distract him.
None.
That was one thing that I got from him. He was very hard to distract. Couldn't distract him. Like, he had the blinders on.
Yeah. And what, Cub was 17, 18 when
Yeah,
you did that?
17.
17.
When did you realize, or did you realize, Nip was going somewhere? When did it dawn on you that this kid is something different?
When I heard that record. When I heard that record, then I'm like,
Did that first record, yeah.
Then I seen his grind. He's like, when I'm out here pressing up my tapes, Cuz was buying his own equipment. You know, everything he talked about in his music, he was really doing it in real life. So a nigga just knew with Cuz, it was just a matter of time. It was a matter, you know, about the right people that believed and understood his vision as big as it was to take it and put it to the mainstream. And the sad thing about it was, through all the situations that he had, through all the people that he knew, it took him to do it with the right situation and the right backing. Another nigga couldn't see his vision because it was too wild for him. They couldn't handle it. Real shit. So
they gotta be built for this shit.
You gotta be built for that shit, for real.
Niggas think
I'm just saying, when y'all saw this nigga's vision, did y'all think this dude was out of his league at first? Like, this dude was dreaming too big?
No, I never thought that, bro, because, I mean, being from around here, you can obtain anything. And I really believe that in my heart and my mind. So when bro was talking, I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm with you. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm 10 toes down. Let's go, bro. Whatever you need me to do, I'm a part of it. So, you know, it was never too far-fetched to me. And I didn't think he was crazy or nothing. It was just, like I said, a matter of time. When is we going to just get it done?
So look, when you guys signed that deal with
Cinematic Music Group,
they didn't pull you guys into the boardroom like, look, tone down the 60 talk?
No, that was me. That's what the big homie was for. I'm telling niggas at the gate, we ain't doing that. We saying the hood straight out. The only thing I did was make sure we didn't diss other niggas. Like, on all our videos, I purposely went through the videos and made sure it wasn't nothing on the wall dissing niggas, wasn't dissing no sets, none of that. And I purposely looked at that. You know what I mean? I looked and made sure we wasn't going to have nobody saying we dissing and all that. And, you know, everything came out clean.
So when you guys saw him knocking out these goals back to back, and you guys saw the success and these corporate relationships and these celebrity relationships that he was building, that shit wasn't mind-boggling to y'all?
No, it wasn't mind-boggling to me because I felt like it's what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was like regular day life.
I was more excited. I wouldn't say mind-boggling. I was definitely
more
excited.
Like finally, huh?
Yeah, because I knew
like
what he was going to do, but a nigga just didn't expect it to like impact like that.
I mean, from stealing sausages out of Buddha Market to bumping elbows with the elite, that had to be mind-boggling.
It was, bro. In a way, it was like, but I've been on the whole road with bro, so I was more mentally trying to prepare myself. You know what I'm saying, for what was coming next.
We had a conversation a while back about his mastery, how he mastered the game and learned every aspect of the industry. You want to dig into that a little bit?
For me personally, I always felt he was like pesty, but pesty for knowledge, for more. He always wanted to figure some shit out and figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to do something better, or cooler, or flyer, or you know what I'm saying. He always had
bring a new twist to it. Like
he always had a notch for just different shit and looking at shit differently. And I knew he's the type of nigga to where all he had to do was get his foot in the door. Because he's a big reader, he studies a lot, he watches a lot of documentaries, he's a good listener. So once you get around the right people, if you're a person like that carry all the type of aspects about yourself, then you automatically gonna feed and grow, you know?
And did you pass that knowledge down to you guys?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. It was either we clowning or it's serious. It wasn't too much in between.
Yeah.
Was he pushy, like trying to push you guys, to motivate you guys aggressively?
In his own way.
Or more or less just
Bro was more so like...
in his own way. Not necessarily verbally,
yeah,
but he would push you
Here
and
it go.
motivate you by, nigga.
Like you said, he
Watch
these
what I'm
niggas too
doing.
late.
Look at me. Watch what I'm doing. Come on.
Actions
Come
speak louder
on.
than words.
I'm kicking the doors down. Follow me. All you gotta do is
This is
follow.
how I did it. Take what apply to you and use it.
That's
If
all he
not,
was doing.
Do your thing.
He wasn't he wasn't a big verbal presser. That wasn't it.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, he gonna light the fire. Like, you niggas gonna grab you some matches, or you niggas gonna grab you a can of some gasoline. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't looking back.
Nah, whether you was with it or not. Whether you was with it or not. You can think however you want. You can do whatever you want. Whether you with it or not, this is what I'm doing. You can do it with me, or do you?
While we got it, Robin Hood, what was your position with Nip?
More so my position with Nip was producer, of course, giving them records, ideas. More so of having the relationship with 1500 or nothing, crossing that boundary, doing that bridge, and just him just being my bro and us having a genuine love for music, always tapping in with each other, playing music, getting ideas. You know, I play a lot of different roles with Nip, real talk. You know, being with him, starting off going to New York, signed the Epic deal with him. Remember him leaving the Slauson Boy Records, saying I'm about to do All Money In, actually getting that name from his baby mama daddy. You know, that's where he kind of adapted that from, made a whole company out of it. So, I mean, damn near from A to Z with Cuz, everything he was doing.
Explain that All Money In, No Money Out concept. Where did he get it from, and what does it mean?
He got that from China Pops. China Pops was an old player. He from 30s, and you know, he was a pimp back in his day. So that was just one of his slogans that he always used: all money in, no money out. You know, and he gave Nip that game, and bro took it one day and just applied it to something that the world knows is now all money in, no money out. You know,
Nip sucked game up for
everybody.
Everybody. But he sucked it up from motherfuckers that was worth soaking it up from.
Right.
The right game, you know.
And what was key is, not only did he just soak it up and
he
just
applied it.
put the shit in his files,
He applied it.
He put it up under his feet.
Yeah.
And he rolled with it. Niggas just learn a lot of shit. Niggas
don't
learn
use
shit and soak up shit all day long and go sit right back on the motherfucking couch.
You look stupid as fuck.
Well, they say we gotta stand on the shoulders of the successful people, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so bro, you know, like Cuzzy just said, he was always reading, always trying to obtain the right knowledge to basically
I've never been to no house. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just to fund what we see that he did. You know, he already had a plan. That nigga had a plan at 12 years old. He knew what he was gonna do. And like I keep saying, it was just always a matter of when. Not it's not gonna happen, but when is it gonna happen?
So when did you meet Nip?
I met Nip in, like I said, the first time, it had to be in like 2000, 2001. Real talk. He was still in high school, but he wasn't even going to school. Cause it was a Tuesday and that nigga be right here walking around, driving his Cutlass. You know, so yeah, he had to be in what, 15, 16, and then bro brought him to the studio that time he did that record. 17, I was familiar with him for about a year before that. We always talked to each other in passing, you know, you good bro, keep going. But we really locked in from that time cause he brought him to the studio on hardcore. And then from there we just, you know.
When he was running with his original partners, Rollo and Rimpau, did they have a crew name?
Yeah, they was with right here.
They did.
Was it? It wasn't Butter Vision. We already talked about that.
I think they had some shit before I met them. I can't recollect what it was. But I think they had like some little rap names. I just can't remember right now. You
Did they have a
probably
group?
have to ask them. I'm not sure. I think so though. Or if they wasn't a group, I'm not sure.
There was like a
I can't
posse
even
or something,
say.
huh?
Yeah, I can't even say because I don't want to be wrong. You about to ask one of the bros.
Did it look like Nip was gonna burn out? How fast he was moving?
Oh, that nigga Rimpau.
Yeah, he Rimpau. Did this nigga
I
rest?
never seen burnout, but it was times he definitely had a nigga nervous, for sure.
Hey man, that's that story that Nip raps about when he's in Vegas and 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather. What the fuck was that about? Is that a true story?
That was true, but I actually wasn't at that show that night. I didn't make that one.
Was Cuzzy there?
Was you there, Cuzzy?
Where?
From when they was in Vegas, when they on the sheet talking about with G-Bob had the cream and punks.
Oh, 50 and Mayweather fleet the scene with us? True story. That was a strip club. I wasn't there neither though.
Well, what's the backdrop to that story?
They got into it with some niggas. Somebody reached it. I think I heard somebody reach for somebody's chain or something.
Wall.
Like,
Wall.
Yeah.
Wall was out there with that. I do remember that.
Took flight on them niggas.
Got
Vegas
cracking.
niggas. Really crinked them niggas and had to get up out of there.
So you guys did a lot of traveling with Nip.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did a little.
Around the whole world with that nigga.
Give us a good tour story. On
Shit.
tour.
On
us a good
tour?
one.
Let me see, man.
What's the craziest shit you've seen on tour with Nip?
I mean, typical tour life, man. I don't know how X-rated y'all want it or how cool y'all want it, man. But shit, niggas seen everything from millions of dollars to the baddest bitches to eating at the best restaurants to yachts to penthouses to Lamborghinis, Ferraris, name it. Niggas shutting down stores so we can shop.
Standing on the front of yachts, nigga.
I don't even, like I said, it can keep going on and on. It was the
that
best
shit
of
in
the
New York?
best.
What was that? The Hudson River?
Oh yeah, we on the Hudson,
Under
on
the
the yacht,
Brooklyn Bridge,
yeah, under the
nigga.
Brooklyn Bridge, freezing, shooting videos, staying in Brooklyn at 3, 4 in the morning with all this jewelry on. We iced down. Niggas loving us, respecting us. Niggas seen everything with us, and it was all positive.
So those videos is real life videos then?
Real, we was really at my boy house in the Hamptons. Really there, on hood. He wasn't lying about that. Okay. On the tennis court, chilling with the bitches playing tennis, all that. Everything was real. Cuz wasn't no liar.
What about the violence? Wasn't no cool rumbles with
Hell yeah, we stayed squabbling niggas. On the gang tour, we had about 4 or 5 fights.
Sounds like you cleaned up a lot of messes behind Nip and the crew.
I cleaned up. That's what you do. That's what a manager do. That's why when you got a big homie, that's what his job is to do, to have relationships. We tend to forget what the responsibility of a big homie is. And my job was to really save incidents, like when he caught the first case. I cleaned that up. When he was getting all kind of stuff, I cleaned that up. You know what I mean? I went on the line for a whole lot of shit. But I never get the credit, which I mean, you know what I mean? I do what I'm supposed to do. I stay in the back. I ain't no rapper, ain't no entertainer. I don't do nothing with no mic. So I do my part and I do it from the back. With all my artists, you know what I mean?
Hey, no, but on Hood, really my mixtape coming out, you know what I'm saying? Bullets Ain't Got No Name, Volume 1. That's coming out in a couple days.
That shit's hard.
Good looking, my nigga. You know, we gonna have that heavy in the street. We got the Slauson boy Adidas finna come out with the mixtape. We gonna drop them. My single, we gonna shoot the video to the single, Bullets Ain't Got No Names, within the next month. You know what I'm saying?
Where you gonna film that at?
In the hood.
Okay.
Or it's gonna be on, you know what I'm saying, on location, on top.
So, you know, if you need me to do the design background.
Yeah, I'm hood. I probably do. I'm set. we ain't got the concept fully down yet, but we working on it. Other than that, my nigga, my project, I went to jail, homie, so my shit, you know what I'm saying, I had to push it back. It was gonna come out this summer, my nigga, but I'm gonna push it back to the top of next year.
Nip came right here when he caught that first case and he was on the run. He came to my house. I gave him the money. You know what I mean? To get out of town. That was our decision when me and him, when he was on the run, to not tell Sony about the case. The case he was talking, because he talked about it on the Breakfast Club. That's the only reason why I talk about it now. And
he talked about it on our first interview.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did he say what the case was?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
He said it was over a female who didn't want to let her parents know that she was a flip, so she screamed, but she screamed.
Oh, I never heard him.
We're gonna play it again soon.
Oh, I never heard that.
Spoke on it, bro.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll speak on it. I mean, and so what happened was
They charged the nigga with some bogus charges, homie. You know what I'm saying? The spot got raided. It was pictures of us on you know what I'm saying, on a photo camera with a burner, tucking the hood up with a female that come to find out was an underage female, you know what I'm saying, that had a thong on, that was making suggested that was in positions that looked like she was doing something, you know what I'm saying, and the bitch just came with some trumped up charges because she ain't want to admit to her mom that she was a flick. You feel me? I'm hood, but a nigga didn't do nothing with the girl, nothing. She was just at a function full of homies that she wasn't supposed to be at. And the pictures got out, and she ain't want to just fess up to her mama that she did school and did work to come hang out with some homies. And that shit turned into a real case for us, some hood.
How long you had to sit on the shelf with that shit?
I mean, I beat my case in 2 months. I was in county jail for like damn near 50 days. So I beat my case by my second court date. You feel me?
When that case happened, you know what I mean? That night, he came here. Him and Robin Hood came to my house. Where we at? And he was like, they finna get me. And I'm like, I knew nothing about it. Because you got to remember, I'm grinding. I'm getting money. Nip is a rapper. I'm the only one. I'm getting money. Nip and Steve, we in negotiations with Sony. We got the lawyers negotiating with Sony on this contract. Right? You know, we in the second part of the contracts. And when he come, I'm like, man, you know, he tell me what happened. I'm like, damn, and they got pictures? He like, yeah, they got pictures. I'm like, fuck it. I give him some money. I tell him and Robin Hood, drive to Mall House. He said he wouldn't hit out of Cobby House. That's not true. But I don't think he wanted to put certain people in it. He drive to Vegas. They stay in Vegas. Then we tell the lawyer, you got to just cut negotiations and just do what you can do to get the money, to get the bag. So that's the reason why he never liked his deal at Sony, because he didn't get what all we expected to get because he caught the case. You know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't his case. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him at all. It was other things, you know what I'm saying, which we ain't going to speak on, but, you know, he was always good. So we end up flying from there, flying to New York. And I went to New York. We ended up signing the deal.
Deal with Sony.
We signed to Sony. I didn't want to sign the Cinematic Music Group. That was me, because he was signed to me first.
What were the terms of the Sony deal?
The Sony deal was we signed straight to Sony. Cinematic Music Group got 20%, 30% everything. I got 15% everything, and Steve got 5%. I had me and Steve took 10% and 10% of publishing. I took 10% and 10% of management. I took 15% of Aramis Astrodome. Steve had 5%. Cinematic Music Group had that, and then we was all signed to Sony. And it was signed directly to Sony. Cinematic Music Group was the servicing label.
Is that a standard deal?
Yeah, it's a standard deal.
It's not different from any other deal that you would see.
It's actually better than any other deal, because most of the time you'll walk out of a deal and only had 30% of everything. Nipsey had 50% of everything that he was doing.
So how did that deal fall apart?
It never fell apart. The deal never fell apart. It was a 7-year deal. It was a 7-year deal. It was 5 albums, 7 years. We signed, and I had publishing starting in 2009, all the way for 7 years. 2009, that would put us in 2016.
Well, it had to fall apart, or he wouldn't have been able to sign with Atlanta.
No, Sony just let it go. You got to remember, after we did that deal, they gave us $71,000 to do the tour. They spent on their records. They spent $1.5 million. We did the game tour. They did They paid for 3 mixtapes. We did the what's that? Not the hit. What was that? BET Uncut. We did all of that shit that we was doing in between there was on Sony money.
So did Nip have an issue with that deal?
He had an issue with the deal, like he said on Breakfast Club. He had an issue because it wasn't a deal he wanted. He was forced to take that deal. Really, we would just want to sign straight out and have a label situation with Sony. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing we ended up fighting for was just for him to sign straight to Sony. So we wanted to have a label deal with Sony that would have led him into having his own label situation for All Money In. And then we was going to be partners on Slauson Boy Records.
I got a question for you. When you guys at the table with these contracts, is Black Sam at the table with y'all?
Nah, Black Sam was in jail the whole time. Black Sam went to jail somewhere. I'm not really sure, but I know he went to jail for the CDs, selling the counterfeit CDs. So he did what, 2 years, something like that, 2.5 years. I'm not really sure. Sam was nowhere in the mix. Nipsey actually lived in my condos. I own some condos in where we own them condos in Hawthorne Bay. And I own some condos in Hawthorne that Nipsey was living in until he signed the Sony deal. He was living in there. Then right before that, I had sold the condos. He moved in my apartment building on 103rd. He was staying there. And then from there, we went to Sony. And once we signed the deal with Sony, he never looked back. You know what I'm saying? He basically had his own bag. Because we had got like what? Probably $390,000 from Sony. Might have been his signing. He posted it somewhere. I'm not sure how it went. But he did the money in a way that he didn't know if he was gonna ever be able to come home. So when he got the money, he fucked over the money in a way because he didn't know if he was gonna come home. That's when he bought the BMW. That's when he got the apartment in the Palazzos when they had first opened up over there on Third.
Fairfax over there?
Yeah, over there. He had got the apartment over there, and he didn't know if he was gonna get hit. So I remember what's crazy is right before he went to jail, he had called me. He was like, I just got pulled over. They didn't even say nothing about the case. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, well shit, maybe it ain't nothing. Shit. 3 days later, it was a raid. It was calling me, talking about he was in jail. And Mexican Sean was the one brought Mark Blestein to the table. Now he was from that case, he had became Nipsey lawyer from then on. He actually in the video where they had to give him the money to get Jay Stone out of jail. And I can't remember what video that is. When they get Jay, that's his real lawyer.
So Nip had to go sit down for a while.
Yeah, he went to jail for, I think he was in there about 30, 45 days, something like that.
You know, didn't anybody try to get at you just being a 60 and a famous one at that?
I mean, niggas, they couldn't get too far trying on the set. Like, you know, we did our stuff every time it was brought up, period. Simple as that, you know. You already know in the county jail is 6. I don't got no homies anyway. We don't got no friends in there. So my mentality was, I was expecting that anyway. But, you know, we had a couple of melees, but, you know, I ain't get packed out. I ain't get blasted, so I did all right, you know.
How the sheriffs respond to you? They don't know who you were? Or
man,
what?
Yeah, them niggas, they did some crazy shit, homie. On Hood, they pulled me out of my cell. I told y'all about that shit. OSJ pulled the nigga from 3600, talking about gang investigation unit. I'm thinking I'm gonna ask the nigga about some, you know, some incidents in the hood and try to implicate me or something. But when I got to the sheriff department, they had my MySpace pulled up. You know what I'm saying? They had my YouTube playing, was singing the songs to me about Hard and all that. So, you know, they were just they really could recognize I was, you know, 100 with the shit that's what I was doing.
Shit, we had a gang of squabbles and rumbles together.
So
basically,
Nip incorporated a lot of his real life shit in his raps because he talked about his back against the Fox Hills Mall in one of his raps.
Oh, that was a real story. We had to fight 7 niggas. The nigga from 40s jumped in and helped us. That's when Robinson's May was right there. We squabbling it right there, right at the elevators, getting it up on Hood. That shit was a true story.
Plenty fights in that motherfucker.
And Cuz rushed them. The nigga run up the elevator. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, they go the niggas right there. Nigga tuck his chain, Cuz go in there. They got bro a little bit, but Cuz stayed down. Nigga came through and got them niggas together. Then the nigga from 40s come up the escalator, seen us, he jumped in. Tore that motherfucker up on Hood. Tore that motherfucker up.
Hey, you mentioned something about the 1500. What is that?
1500, that's my production company. Shit. Grammy Award winners. We done did every tour from Lupe Fiasco to Snoop Dogg to Now we on tour with Jay-Z. Shit, we got about 15 Grammys amongst us. We got over 200-300 million sold as far as projects that we've been a part of. We got a school, an academy called 1500 Nothing Sound Academy. We got merchandise. We got a jewelry line. Shit, we got a publishing company. We got a record company.
So this is independent of All Money In?
Yes, this is our own company. Yeah, it's completely different. Completely different.
Why is it completely different? Why didn't it just wrap up underneath All Money?
Because we heard our movement started a little bit before that, and it's two different objectives.
Yeah, they've been production company.
Yeah, we're a production company, more so songwriters, producers. That's what we focus in on.
Nip Light.
Yeah, All Money In is Nip Light.
Who you ghostwriting for, cousin?
Just myself.
Sure?
Yeah.
I be trying to get Cuz over here with me. He don't fuck with me though.
I need to be.
My own bro, I be like, come on, Cuz, pull up.
I swear I need to. I'm finna give me an Uber account so I could be on time everywhere when niggas call. Like, all right, even if a nigga ain't, you know, I'm finna start getting more in tune, man, because the nigga got to.
Yeah, you got to. You got one of the hardest flows, if not the hardest flow in the land, bro. We've been telling you that forever, but you ain't listening.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, but I know it's so many more aspects to the game than that part.
Yeah.
And a nigga gotta get more business oriented and get more digital. You know?
Adapt to the new way
that the platforms and the way they should be produced on.
That shit is steadily evolving, or it's basically peaked at
Every
what it's
day.
gonna be.
Every
It's
day.
steadily evolving now.
Every
So
day.
a nigga gotta be on it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta keep up. You can have the hardest flows in the world, but if can't nobody hear it, that shit ain't available.
Or if you don't know how to market it and get it to the consumer,
it ain't got
ass
no
out.
marketing. You just got the hardest flows. There's thousands of niggas on YouTube that's rapping their ass off right now across the world. Millions. 300,000-500,000 uploads a day probably on that motherfucker. Just
And what they need to do to stand out?
keep doing it.
Have a brand.
And flood.
Have belief.
Have a
Have
brand
a brand.
for sure.
Believe, like really, yeah. Those are the two key things right now.
It got to be something other than the music.
The music
Can't just be the music. It got to be.
Music is 10%. You gotta have the business.
It got to be
the business the
something
90%.
else,
So what's the future of All Money In now?
Got to continue the legacy of Nip. Any way
Marathon
possible.
definitely continues. So whatever the family.
Does it continue as a unit or what?
Of course, that's the only way it's gonna work.
Or is just independent people pushing in the memory of Nip?
Nah.
That's not gonna be
That
effective.
ain't gonna make sense. And it ain't gonna uphold what he believed in. So, like I say, the marathon definitely continues. Whatever the family, whenever they ready to
resume,
get back going, and we link up and see where we gonna go. That's what we gonna go with.
Let me rewind back a little back. Nipsey had Hood Unit tattooed on his hand. What's the story behind that?
Hood Unit was some shit I think KevMac created.
Yep.
Like his little musical like team and his little label that he was inspired in, I think. And we made some records under that shit. Made some records with him that he was able to put up under Hood Unit to put life into it to where, you know, I guess bro felt like he believed in it enough to tattoo it.
So was Hood Unit?
And we was yelling that shit out. That's still like
that's a part
you
of
might hear that every blue moon, a nigga Hood Unit out the blue. You know, it's just a term in the hood that a group of niggas believed in.
What impact did Nip have on your life?
What impact did Nip have on my life? That's a good question. You know what? To be honest with you, I think I would say a chance. I felt like watching him, I felt like we had a chance. You know what I mean? Like, we wasn't being stereotyped, you know what I'm saying? All that was out the door. It was hard for a nigga from the hood to get in the game. You personally know that. You know, we was always stereotyped, blackmailed, or et cetera, et cetera. It was always some type of drama to our name, so I felt like a chance is what he, you know, the type of motivation he gave me and how he inspired me. I felt like once I seen that he can do it, I felt like, okay, what, We all can do it if we just if we carry that mindset. It's all about the mindset, man. It's not about the music no more, man. It's about the mindset, man. If you don't got nothing to go behind your music, then you just an artist.
So the Hood unit predate Butter Vision and Slauson Boys and all that?
All that shit around the same time.
Yeah, it is.
All that shit in the same pot of gumbo.
Everything.
That little air.
So basically that gumbo is what All Money is today.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
That's a good way to
A
sum it
gumbo
up.
that turned into a Thanksgiving feast. That's every day of the year though. Not just on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, when Nip was living in the ETGs, did them niggas know that he was over there?
I believe
Yeah.
they did.
They had caught wind of us being over there about a month or two before he ended up moving. But niggas started rolling by, niggas was stopping, and there was a couple of niggas that stayed catty corner to him that was coming on the porch. But you know,
Niggas
was
had
over there on deck.
guns.
Niggas was on deck, so I wouldn't.
Niggas had about 15 guns in that motherfucker.
And
So.
whose house was it? Who was he living with?
That was his
It
house.
was Nip,
Him
Sammy, and
Sam,
Pops.
Daddy, they owned that house.
Yeah.
Just them three, all the boys.
Straight like that.
15 hammers.
And Nip studio. And Nip literally Cuz slept on the floor with his studio equipment and the mic in the corner.
I used to be in that motherfucking nigga recording, cuz he'd come pick me up in that Cadillac.
So did.
That gold, nigga, with the bullet hole in the front of that motherfucker.
That's funny. That's crazy. He chooses to move over there, knowing he was getting high profile.
Exactly.
I mean, he was in the middle of they shit too.
Oh my god.
We ain't talking about no outskirt. We was in they shit.
He wasn't on fire like he wasn't all the way. It hadn't heated up yet, but the city knew him. You know what I'm saying? The city knew him.
He was just starting his buzz.
He was just
really
starting a
creating
little
it.
street buzz.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Pops in there cooking, nigga. The Ethiopian shit with the injera. And Pops like his shit spicy. You know, I eat that shit. I got family that make that shit too. But Pops shit be so hot. And I didn't know, nigga. I ate that shit. You can smell that shit all through the house, nigga. You walk that before you even walk in. Pops had a driveway, nigga, smelling like damn, what's the name of that shit? Bombaray. I think it's called Bombaray or something.
Hey, so when you guys are over there fucking with Nip and niggas is full throttle on the gang shit, Pops don't know nothing about that shit. What was he thinking, or what was his attitude?
Pops was he was with whatever's going on.
He always
supported
with whatever they was with.
Whatever y'all with, hey, as long as y'all safe.
As long as they ain't doing nothing out of context, and you know.
So he wasn't on y'all like y'all a bad influence on my kids. Get the hell out of here.
Hell no, he opened the door and would give us a
Them
plate of
niggas
food.
is badder than us.
On Hood, he accepted all of us.
Was bad. But you know, it was always love and respect though. So Pops would never trip.
I seen something on the internet that Pops was like some kind of activist back in his country. Is that true?
Yeah, right. You know, Pops is serious.
So he did he instill that in the Nip? That activist mentality?
Sure. Into both of them.
Naturally. In their bloodline.
Yeah.
They got that warrior state of mind.
That. That's why they always been just never back down.
And then moms are super spiritual.
Exactly.
And then he got the hood in them.
Exactly.
And you can see all that.
That whole mixture of gumbo right there is something special.
How did you feel about his death?
I was hurt, man. Like, to be honest with you, like it when you see people that's getting their life together and that's really doing good for everybody, you know what I'm saying, and to go out like that, you know what I'm saying, you start questioning like, damn, why, Nip?
Did that frustrate you guys sometimes, that he just had that focus, and sometimes he kind of like left a lot of people behind, just kept going?
Nah, because we needed that, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's like when Nipsey passed, in my mind, that's what I was thinking. Like, man, we don't got nobody to lead the ride no more. You feel me? Because he been such a leader to us this whole time. You know what I'm saying? He been a real leader for us, bro. Like just in wits, just brains. Like he was, you know what I'm saying? Like for me at least, I know like a lot of my path has been. I was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, following my bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going the right way. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I see myself lacking, I'll be just pay attention to what Nip doing, and the game is right there. You feel me? Carving the path. You know what I'm saying? He carving the path. He carved the path for us, man. He carved the path for a lot of young niggas, like trying to get up out your situation. Just train and season yourself. Get on it. You know what I'm saying? Read and write. Stay in your books. Program.
He would encourage you guys to read and write.
For sure. He always picking up books. He always want to introduce you to new books. Just pull out a new book. You're going to see him reading a new book. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to start big. You can start small. You know, a lot of niggas think they can start big trying to read some heavy books. You can start whenever you start.
Someone posted a Nipsey book list on the internet, on IG, and I thought that shit was pretty amazing, all those books that kid read.
Sure. He been like that since we was young. I remember one book that we started off with when we was young was a book that he was trying to get me on called Behold the Pale Horse.
I got that book. I never cracked it open.
That book is heavy though. That book is like some real conspiracy theory type shit. That book is
some of this shit wasn't for everybody.
Yeah, you gotta be on a whole different wavelength to really understand some of that shit.
Do you see a lot of in his raps? Do you see a lot of the books that he read? Do you see those in his lyrics?
I mean, I haven't done a lot of reading, so I can't say he is. But you know, like the effect of the reading, and exactly you can just tell like that's an intelligence. All them lyrics came from an intelligent mind for sure. Like something that when you read, because I read things I have read when I read, there was like I don't know. I opened my mind up, so I can imagine if you read as much as he's read, then your mind has got to be on a whole different level. You feel me? Like,
real shit.
You get to ask yourself questions, but God working in the most mysterious ways, man. Everybody got their time, man, and it's sad to say, everybody got their time, and unfortunately, he fulfilled his deeds here on earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did what he was put here to do. He lived out his journey, and that affected the whole world, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hate to say it, everybody didn't really get that effect until he passed away, and he was doing it before he passed away. He was trying to get that effect. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few selective heads that was really down with him.
Nipsey always smoking that la 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 to keep my brain maintained through drama. I'm not the one. We jacking for beats on back streets with aluminum bats, toe tag the PD. That's any jurisdiction in or out the district. 7-7 division of crime scene forensic. My line blur the vision of material witness from 2020 to blind. Now they need prescription. Cut the lights off and twist up a sack, cause the feds watching the hood, you get all that. From the birds to the squads to the cameras in the back of the routes by the field where I handle the pack. See a nigga like me just had to attack. In junior high I ain't had no sack lunch. In fact, I used to flip a quarter, get like me for change. Now I flip quarter pieces and cane and cop a gang, y'all mean?
Be smoking the la la la. 6-pack, keep smoking the la la la. Claustrophobic, puffing the la la la. We from the hood, stay low when we riding by. Cuzzy, he smoking the la la la. Young Gooch keep smoking the la la la. Nipsey stay puffing the la la la. I'm from the hood, bitches scream when I'm riding by.